Sandy, when people find out you're gay, you must be the authority. You must speak for the entire gay community.
Oh, yeah.
When they want to ask you gay questions.
Oh, yeah, they ask doozies. You know what my favorite is?
Okay.
I know a girl that's gay. Her name is blah, blah, blah. Do you know her?
Really, they say that?
Always. Or I have a friend that's gay. His name is Kyle. Do you know him? Kyle? Yeah. We go way back. You do? No. I have no idea what you're talking about.
And do they ask you about if you have gaydar?
All the time. All the time.
For people that don't understand.
And I look at
gaydar
them,
means people
that you look around and scope them out and you're like, gay. Not gay.
Good Lord, I can tell that.
I know, you don't, I mean, you have to be Stevie Wonder most of the time. Not to see gaydar.
Are you born gay, or is it something you choose to be?
As
the authority, by the way.
As the authority. I would almost say that you were born, I think a person is born gay. I have an identical twin sister. You know? She doesn't have a gay bone in her body. And, I mean, we were in the same womb. We were womb mates. Because we're identical.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't I be straight, or why would, you know?
Can I jump to it?
Sure.
When did you know you were gay?
I knew I was gay. Well, I didn't know I was gay because I didn't know what that word meant. I knew I wanted to be Elvis Presley when I was 5 or 6.
Why?
Because he was in a movie. I can't remember what movie it was. It was either Viva Las Vegas or Fun in Acapulco, one of those Elvis movies. And I wanted to make out with Anne Margaret. I just thought she was the hottest thing in the world, and I just had to kiss her.
How old?
What was I, about 6, 7, maybe?
Really?
I mean, I was little, and I guess I've never looked back. And I've always, you know, I have a twin sister, so, you know, we see our grade school pictures, and she's got this little cute little bouffant and all this little bow stuff, and I look like a space cowboy. I mean, I have this cropped off hair and like a turtleneck on, and you know what I mean? And I've always just looked like a guy. I've just, you know, so my sister and I being twins, it was hard for them to say that we were twins, even though like we went to Catholic school and had uniforms, but I always had the short cropped hair. I made my mother do it. I just threw fits until I got short cropped hair.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, were you teased at school?
I was teased because I was fat, not because I look like a boy. I mean, you know, they forgot about the head up, you know, but yeah. I was a chubby kid. And so I got teased a little bit for that, but I was funny. And I think I was funny because it was a defense mechanism that made me very popular. Because
oh, you're popular.
I was very popular. But then people didn't look at my fatness or my gayness. They just looked at my funniness.
Now, when people are telling you this, I mean, you know, you're funny and laughing, but if they said stuff about you being fat, did it hurt?
Oh, absolutely it hurt. Absolutely. But, you know, you just, I covered it all up with humor.
Do people tease you now about being fat?
No. I don't think that, I think I'm past that age of that too. I've had, my relatives have said, you know, you're getting a little heavier, you know. And then I always come back at my age now, it's like, you know, I'm just taking my mother's advice. They're like, what was your mother's advice? She said, you'll never see wrinkles on a balloon. And I'm like, so I don't want to look old, so I'll just get fat. It fills in the whole face, right? You don't see wrinkles on a balloon.
And see, right now when you say that, I don't get anything from you that you feel bad about yourself.
Well, right now you could pray to this stomach of mine because I feel like, you know, I do. If I was a man,
yeah, I
would have a dicky-do right now.
What's a dicky-do?
A dicky-do is that my stomach sticks out more than my dicky-do. So, or I would have a tool shed. You know, I have no tool, but I have the shed that covers it. So I feel self-conscious about that.
Do you?
I do. Because, but I tell people too that, you know, you think about it, I'm going to be 59 years old, so I haven't really gained that much weight in 59 years, if you add it all up. It's a couple pounds a year, right?
Yeah.
But I just happen to have gained 60 of it in the last 10 years, you know, so,
sure.
You know, or 30 of it. So I need it. So I do feel subconscious about that at times.
You do?
Yeah.
But you don't, when you say it, you don't appear that you do. I mean,
because I'm still the third grader that's being made fun of and still covering it up with humor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't seem like you're walking around the world with a lot of pain inside.
Oh, no, not when you're this age. You can't have pain anymore.
Why?
Because you really shouldn't give a damn what anybody says at this age. Not unless you're taking care of me.
Yeah.
If you're feeding me and you're paying my bills, I always say if you either, finance me, feed me, or me, and then you can tell me whatever you want to do. But if you're not
Do me
doing
a
those
favor.
things.
Repeat that again. Say it again.
If you are not feeding me, financing me, or me, then you could go yourself. You see what I'm saying?
That's a T-shirt.
Yeah, that's that big F thing T-shirt. So, at that age, that's how I feel about things. I've lived too long and going through the whole process of being a gay woman at this age and coming out when I did in the Stone Age.
When did you come out? How old were you?
I came out, I didn't come out to like my parents right away, but I came out, I had a fake ID at the age of 16 going to gay bars. So I don't know when that was, 1912, 13. I just know that when you walked in, you didn't walk through the front door. It was like a speakeasy type thing.
So you're going to gay bars, you're getting in when you're 16.
Oh, yeah. I had a fake ID. Yeah, I had a fake liquor control card back then.
Man.
I was Anna Mae Burns for years.
Anna Mae Burns.
I had her down pat. In a bar, if someone even dared call me Sandy, I wouldn't even turn, wouldn't even flinch.
If somebody calls you a dyke, do you get mad?
Not anymore.
Now, but sometimes when
I guess it depends on where I'm at.
Because when you wrote something back to me, you said, well, I'm looking at him through dyke eyes.
Well, yeah, it's almost like, you can make fun of yourself, but you can't have other people make fun of you.
Yeah.
So I could call myself a dyke, and you could call me a dyke. But if I'm at...
How come I can call you a dyke and other people can't?
Because I know I could take you. So, no, I'm kidding.
And you're carrying more testosterone.
That's right. And I am. And I tell everybody, I'll be more of a man than you'll ever be because all I have is testosterone left. I have no more estrogen and no more progesterone. My doctor told me that. So I am more of a man than most men. And I tell them that right off the bat. Because you still have estrogen. I don't.
You don't?
I have no eggs in my basket. I have nothing but testosterone, and a Mach 3 shaver, and I'm good. It's a true story.
So there's a thing about people in the straight world. They're not going to make fun of a gay woman, or they're not going to stop and check her ID because they may kick the crap out of them.
I would hope so.
Did you feel that from people?
Back in the day, though, I'm literally talking about 1971. It was a different time.
Yeah.
There was no such thing as walking through the main doors of anywhere.
Yeah, that's true. Nobody in the NFL was coming out as a gay player.
no one was coming out as no one.
Yeah.
No one. No one was coming out anywhere.
Yeah.
And it was very difficult and very uncomfortable, even for people that knew that we were gay. Our straight friends and stuff, it was very uncomfortable for them to be around us.
Why? Because
it was like, first of all, straight people thought gay people, like my friends, all thought that's all I ever did was have sex. Like they would call me like, "Are you busy?" And like, "Busy doing what?" Like, what you gay people do. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
They would really say that to you?
Swear to God. Or they knock and they're like, am I interrupting anything? And I go, "Come on in." It's like, Are you sure? Yeah, I'm playing chess with my friend. It's like, I'm just living my normal life. And it was very difficult. And it's so funny to see people now. It's like, it's become so mainstream. Being gay is very, very in right now. We're like the it people. Everybody wants to have one, own one, be one, fake one. You know what I'm saying? Even on Facebook, my best friend's niece she's married to a girl. She's 19. So I call my best friend. I go, "Hannah's married to a girl." She goes, "Oh, no, those girls now do that when they say that they're with their best friends. That's their best friends." I go, "They're married to him?" So it's very, very popular. But my God, the evolution we had to go through from the persecution and I can only imagine the people before me coming out. The real old
How hard
dykes.
was it for you?
It was hard.
When you mean hard, which is very funny to say to a gay woman, hard.
Exactly. That's the hardest thing we've ever come in contact with. Or want to come in contact with, for that matter. But it was very difficult. It was, there's a lot of persecution, and I think...
How were you persecuted, though, Sandy, during that time?
Oh, my God. You did have there was a lot of perverts. If they knew where the clubs were, they harassed women. They didn't really do anything to us, but they just, there were just a lot of
Women harass women or men harass
men
women?
harassing women.
Because
Men trying to, let me convert you, baby, and can I buy your underpants? And I think we
What?
talked about it. Oh, some guy wanted to buy my underpants one night. And I told him, that will throw my whole week off because I have my Friday nights on. And I did. I know that sounds silly, but it's such a true story. It's like my underwear, remember, I don't know if you,
Yeah, good.
I don't think guys had underwear like that, but girls had, and they were, they were really popular.
Oh, yeah, Monday, Tuesday?
Through Sunday. He couldn't throw.
Did you have an A or B in case you had an accident?
I didn't have any. Then the granny panties?
Yeah.
Those are your old ones you saved. That every 30 days one. But if I was going out, I had my, if I was on a Friday night, I had my Friday night bikinis on.
Did you?
Yeah. And and this guy offered me $25 back then, which was a lot of money, but I just couldn't give up my Fridays.
Did they ever hit a price that you said, okay, I'll give it to you?
That was just a little bit too, little offbeat for me. As a matter of fact, there used to be a club called the Cabaret on 10th and Oak. And on Tuesday nights, it was Deviant Gay Night. But it was like a straight club too, but straight people and gay people could mix on that night. Tony Dow used to be there with his wife almost every Tuesday night. And I would come to them every time.
Tony Dow was Wally.
Wally.
Wally from
And I would
Leave It to
always
Beaver.
say, Wally, does June and Ward know you're here?
Did you?
All the time. And we ended up being not friends, but we got to know each other because we saw each other every Tuesday night there. Matter of fact, one night he brought the beef in.
Did he really?
I'm like, oh, June and Ward would be so mad at you two. But it was straight night. But that's the night that the straight people came out, like we were zoo animals. Let's go hang out with.
We'll go to the gay petting zoo.
Yeah, we'll go to the gay petting zoo and play with the animals. We'll go play with the little gay people.
Now, what is the fascination, do you think?
Who doesn't love lesbians? I'm telling you, we're like cronuts. We're as popular as cronuts right now. Men love us. Women love us. Men and women love us. They want to take us home. They want to put us on their dashboards as a little stuffed animal because we're not threatening to anybody. I know that when I first came out, my family had a hard time with me. As a matter of fact, there's some relatives that still won't talk to me.
Is that right?
Talk about being in the Stone Age. This was like in the 70s.
And they still won't talk to you because
they still won't talk to me.
Yeah.
But after a while, my relatives and my friends are like, it's just Sandy. Sandy's just Sandy. And then that fades away, like you just said. That should just fade away. That shouldn't even be in the equation. Because I'm not who I sleep with. I'm with the rest of the world for 16 hours a day. Out in the world, doing what I have to do to survive it just like anyone else in this world. Mm-hmm. I could always ask you too, when did you decide that you were straight? When did you choose that?
When did I?
Yeah, when did you choose to be straight?
The first time.
How's your parents feel about it? Huh? Are they okay with it?
Yeah.
It's silly, when you think about that, isn't it?
It just scares people.
Yeah, it does.
Like.
Yeah.
Now, are you married?
I would say not in the Iowa sense of the word.
Are you common law?
I signed a piece of paper, which says that I could take all of her retirement one of these days. So yes, I'm in a long-term relationship.
So are you saying we should check the obituaries daily?
Daily.
But you don't like when you say my partner. You don't like that.
No, I hate that.
Why?
I hate that. My partner, my life partner. It's just, this is my girlfriend or this is my wife. But my partner is like, we don't have a law business together. We're not accountants at Price Waterhouse, for God's sake. This is my partner, It sounds like, that we have dual pianos or something. You know what I'm saying? So it's my girlfriend or my wife,
So how long have you been with your partner? How long have you been with your girlfriend?
Dueling piano partner?
Yes.
7 years. 7 years, yes. Wonderful. Yeah, we have a wonderful relationship together, Of course, just like any other relationship, you have your good times and your bad times, and we have a lot in common and a lot not in common. She's 20 years younger than me, so a lot of people say I was a cougar when I snatched her. Mm-hmm. I call it more like a fossil and a fetus. But And and people.
That may be another new name for this episode.
The fossil and the fetus.
It was gonna be
But that's how I feel about it, I'm like, and so people are like, what do you see in a girl that's 20 years? What do I see in a girl that's 20 years younger? What is a girl that sees somebody that's 20 years older? That's her problem. I was like, I never
What
got
does
it in
she
the
see?
first. I have no idea. To this day, I have no idea.
Really?
I make her laugh. I make her laugh.
You make everybody laugh. Are you kidding me? You're making me laugh.
But I think that's it. I think I make her laugh and I make her lunch. Yeah.
I make her laugh
And I make her lunch. Yeah.
Could be another title.
Yeah, exactly. So I do. I make her laugh and I make her lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's a teacher. And
Now, make her lunch has all different kind of connotations, by the way.
not a tuna wrap. We're not talking about a taco salad with extra lettuce on it. This is just regular non-school lunches, just lunch. Yeah. Just lunch.
Can you talk this freely with your family like this, or do you?
Oh, absolutely.
You're not guarded with. You don't seem like you're very guarded anyway.
I used to be for many, many years. And you get to a point when you're older, like I said, you just don't care. You either love me or you don't love me. And if you don't, I'm okay. I have enough people that do. Well, I'm very shallow.
Oh,
I
yeah?
couldn't drown a baby in a tub. That's how shallow I am. It only takes an inch of water to drown a baby. I'm very shallow. As a matter of fact, I was so shallow throughout all my years, I had the hottest girlfriends ever. And I think, and I'm not lying, they were models and athletes and beautiful, beautiful women. And not that my girlfriend's not beautiful now, because she is. But I was always 20 to 40 pounds heavier than them. Always. And, they would even ask my girlfriends sometimes, like, how could you be with her? And then I deck them. And I say, because I could kick your ass, that's why. And she feels safe around me. And I'll kick your ass again. And I've had to kick some people's ass.
Have you really?
Oh, yeah. I had to.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I
There's-
was a bartender for many years.
You were.
Oh, yeah. I had to stop a lot of fights. Lots of fights.
But you don't seem like you have anger issues.
Well, you get a group full of women. First of all, half of them are on the same cycle together. God only knows what kind of craziness goes on in a bar. 600 women. I thought I was Jewish for a long time.
Yeah.
Because I was adopted. And then because I thought, well, my last name is Italian, but I thought I was actually Jewish.
Why would you
but
think you were Jewish?
But I found out when I was 48 that I'm actually Italian.
Why would you think you were Jewish?
I just felt Jewish. I have a War Star David for years.
How do you feel Jewish?
I don't know.
Do you complain more?
I did. I whined a lot.
Did you wear oil of Oive?
I did, and I loved, matzah bread. I loved it, matzah ball soup.
You love it?
I love matzah.
Wow.
But I don't know why I thought, I had a really long phase that thought I was Jewish. I actually wore a gorny, which is an Italian horn.
Yeah.
And the Star David at the same time.
Oh, man.
I thought I was a Judago, is what I thought I was. I have to admit one thing, that, I know that there, and I'm not being stereotypical, but there are so many more funny gay people to me. And I think we've used it as a defense mechanism to get past our gayness. Because I know not that I don't know funny straight people, and I also know, dull gay people, but there's so many funny gay people, and I think that's a common thread that we get through it.
Also, people that come out that are gay are honest and truthful with who they are. And the biggest laughs coming out today is you being brutally honest. And that's what we laugh at, the honesty.
I think that there's nothing funnier than being honest.
And then when you see somebody's honest with you,
you can't make your life up. You have to go out there and live it. And that's when life becomes funny.
do I have your permission to use this for my You Just Have to Laugh episodes?
Sure.
Do? Could you look in the camera and say you have my position? My position. Which position would that be?
He has my missionary position to use me on film.
And I can't use any other positions but that one.
Just that one.